Welcome back to Seattle again. After the summit here, the Crowdsourcing Summit, we are now on our way back to Europe, and it's the next session in Luleå and Bollering in March 2018. Crowdsourcing and the crowd economy transform whole societies, the governments, and also businesses and how they work. With me today here in Seattle, I have Epi Ludwig and the founder of the Crowdsourcing Week.
It's a wrap-up in Seattle, and it was a really exciting day where we had amazing speakers from mostly on the platform side, and we learned a lot from where also the space is heading in terms of this second wave of the crowd economy. We had also some really interesting speakers in terms of what they're seeing next and what are their challenges today. And also we had some really good initiatives that are taking place. One is from one of our premier partners, the Sourceability for Seattle. They're digitizing this old industry and they're making a marketplace which really doesn't exist at their environment. But also, we also have a gentleman like a Dylan Berry, who is from a music side, who's also democratizing and getting rid of the middleman in the music side of it in terms of the creating the music. So it was really good balance to really see from the engineering side to the music as well. But then we also have on a healthcare side, like Nadine Levine. She really fascinated me with the whole entire application that she has developed, and she's really moving forward with that it is really very meaningful for society, like an AED defibrillators, and how important is that, and how many people really die from these cardiac arrests. And I think these things should not be taken for granted. We should really, as a society, should know where's your next AED station, so you can really save lives and not wait for the last minute EMS to show up. We also saw Christian from HeroX, where he talked about where the real opportunity today exists in terms of the crowdsourcing going mainstream. Talked about the gamification part of it, and I think this is what really I also see in terms of the challenges, but also at the same time the opportunities that the platform, but also the people can take on. So in talk about the second form of a labor, not as just the main form, but as a second form of labor. I think this could be a great opportunity. And then Rob Israk from Tipalti, that was really good. And think about, for example, the infrastructure. You can scale without really having the whole entire infrastructure in place, and he talked about the payment system that Tipalti enables these platforms in order to really have a scalable environment, and also the markets that they're in terms of the payment itself. So that's really, really important. And of course, talking about the old banking systems, where pretty much there are banks out there who are pretty much doing the same thing over and over again, and I think this is a good opportunity that we discussed. What really was very interesting was Richard Swart from Smart.io. He's a scientific advisor to that, but he talked about how they are democratizing the access to funding by creating a deep machine learning and artificial intelligence, a platform that comes to crowdfunding, by really going deep into understanding what the conversations are, so really eliminate that, reduce the process in terms of getting from when does the AI replace humans. And I think, based on her research, which she's been doing this for Microsoft for many years, and there's a really key takeaway that AI is not really taking humans, but humans need to train the AI. And I think with that, she showed a really nice diagram in terms of if we combine the human intelligence and the computer, were able to have a really amazing results in terms of, that was a diagram she showed in terms of chess, but then you can really apply that into many other things. I think crowdsource the city panel, that was really interesting, and talked about like how public participation in terms of the funding, that doesn't necessarily mean that you personally have to you're funding directly, but you are deciding for your neighborhood of what you're going to really where that fund can go to. And to me, it's also interesting, like, you know, the awareness of people of the neighborhood economics that I look at it, is that does that really make sense for your neighborhood? And if that you should have that voice, and you should also have that piece of action to make things happen. So I think from this, we covered quite a lot for one day. It was quite a dynamic day, and we really looking forward to the next, which is our European edition, Crowdsourcing Week Arctic Europe. That's going to be March 20 to 24. So looking forward to that. This is going to be in Luleå and Boliden in Sweden. This is our third time we're going, but this time we're going as the European edition instead of a summit itself. Thank you.
Thank you, Epi.